right now. Whatever I need, he'll provide. If I only keep the faith, oh, I know he'll make a way. You see, I'm next in line. I know. Help me sing. I'm next in line.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I'm next in line. I know. I won't complain. Soon he's gonna say, I'm next in line. I know. I took my burdens and I laid them at his feet. I know my needs he'll supply. Under his wings, oh, I'm gonna hide. You see, I'm next in line. I know. I'm next in line for blessings. Whatever it is, I'm next. I don't know what you need, but he knows everything. I won't complain. I know he's gonna come and give him the praise today. Don't complain. You see, sometimes it may seem like I can't make it over, but I'm gonna wait. Yes, I'm gonna wait until my change comes. He may not come when I call him, but he's always on time. Oh, I'm gonna wait. He's gonna work it out. You see, I believe with all of my heart. He's gonna work it out. Whatever I need. I'm waiting on you, Lord. I know you're gonna do it for me. Whatever I need, I know you'll provide. All I gotta do is just have a little faith in you. I'm next. I'm giving the facts right now. Call up somebody, tell them I'm next. He told me to tell you to have a little faith. Whatever you need, he will provide. Ah, yes, sir. I believe. I can't You see, I'm standing on the promises. He promised whatever I need. He told me that he will provide. I'm so glad. I believe. No matter how long it takes, I believe. I can't complain.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I'm next in line. Oh, I'm next. Sometimes I feel like just get all of myself and just let's see. I'm next in line.
Come on, everybody, get your feet happy. Let's go. Come on. Where my islanders? Can some of y'all run down here to the front real quick? I gotta know who's in the building. Where my islanders? I need y'all to run down here. Come on, let me see ya. Come on, Jehovah's here.
Jehovah, you,
Say it.
I trust
In you.
in you.
Say it, y'all.
Oh Lord,
Jehovah.
Jehovah, you,
I trust. Say it.
I trust
Show me how to do it, y'all.
in you.
Beautiful
I believe.
music,
Say it.
guys.
Say it.
Bring in this.
I trust
Come on.
in you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord, Jehovah, you,
Where y'all at? Come on, come on.
I trust in you.
I believe. Say it.
I believe
You are the God of miracles.
you are the God of miracles.
You are the God of wonder.
You are the
Hey, boy.
God of wonder.
Yo,
The God of powerful.
boy, I hear you.
I believe. Say it. I believe.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Beautiful gospel music to begin this. Yes, indeed. This Wednesday morning on the Ground Report. Let front and without fear of contradiction. Circumstances is such that he will not be able to join us at this point in time, but nonetheless, he work out. That's the same. That being as it may, let me say a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, east, west, north, south, central, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web. A pleasant good day to you once again. Apology if I didn't say it. Knowing full well that Andy was unable to, of course, do call to if you want to put Tobago, and therefore I couldn't be two places at the same time. I want to say I had a wonderful time in Tobago yesterday. Yes, indeed. Let me just take this call in privacy.
Bang, 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 bang.
Out to my trouble, back to my finger. Somebody wave me bye-bye. Somebody wave me bye-bye. You ain't welcome here. You ain't welcome here. Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my finger. I can't hear you up there. Somebody raise it up, say. Somebody raise it up, say. You are the God of miracles, hey.
You are the God of miracles.
You are the God of wonders.
You are the God of wonders.
Thank you. We cannot have it but you. For you carry us. That's what we can say. I believe. I believe. Say it. I believe. I believe. I believe.
Yes, indeed. Of course, my technical people are saying that I'm in and out. I trust that has not affected you. But you know, these things happen. We always talk about Murphy's Law, where something will go wrong at the worst possible time. So, okay, right. Yes, indeed. Well, I understand that we have a better reception now. So, let us continue with what we plan to do. Let me say that I want to start from where I left off, in that my apology for not being around yesterday, but that was due to circumstances beyond my control. I had to be in Tobago, and therefore, of course, that created the vacuum, if you want to call it that, where I was unable to attend. Of course, as you know, Andy is, of course, recuperating from the little issue that he has, and of course, Mickie available at this time. But that being as it may, let us see. Of course, I want to say categorically, I think I did enough last day on Monday to say that the new WhatsApp number to call for your voice notes is 326-4450. Let me say, incidentally, good morning to our technical director for the time being. Yes, indeed. just go back
Ground
to
Report
the
with Mickie
as I'm
K.
picking up the phone. In sync with each other. Other than that, of course, let me say, of course, don't be confused of the ticker or the schooling bar that you see, the green schooling bar that you see below me, so that you don't get confused with any number issues. So the number to call, and I want to say that I think I did enough for the last occasion. We have very, very intelligent callers. We have very, very astute, etc., etc. But it is about you. I will be making some minor, let's say, commentary from time to time. But the fact is that programmed and we have developed and designed this program for you, and we expect that now that is so. I have a little in studio here, but that does not subjected to just pure what is called radio or frequency air, and we don't want that. So we have to have a smooth flowing program, and let's hope that this morning we begin at least that process with the absence of, unavoidably, the absence of Andy. Once again, the number to call, and you can put your voicemail there. You can also call us at 326, let me repeat that, 326-4450, 326-4450. Of course, our technical director will come in from time to time to remind you. Are familiar with all. I was waiting to get the offering today on with respect to your favorite cup of tea. The other numbers to call, so let me just do it as a matter of course. 225-6644, 225-6644, and the other one, the other usual number, 202395120. Remember, we are engaged and we are committed and dedicated. Favorite cup of coffee every morning. With my vehicle. And just have after 4. All right.
Go ahead and make a contribution.
Good morning. This is the ground report. Hello?
Yes, you're on there. Go ahead and make a contribution.
Okay, all right. I want to know what is going on with the Pitbull. I worried about him. This is Granny. And I want to tell Lennox Smith, the Pitbull, and Mickie K, God bless them. God bless them, bless them. Them stand up for goodness and righteousness in this country. There's good boys and blessed boys. And God bless the Pitbull. I'm missing him. I'm missing him. Thank you. Good morning.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, Lennox. You go ahead and try and see now.
You will interrupt if I'm coming in and out because I'm trying to make some adjustments here, and I understand that I'm in and out. Is that the issue that you are facing as well there?
Yeah, but right now you're okay.
Oh, it's all right at this time. All right. Okay then. Yes. So I was making the point. Let me go quickly, of course, to the headlines. I think that might be a sufficient indicator as to whether or not we are going all right. Don't forget, of course, the number to call, the new number, of course, and to put in your WhatsApp contribution, please. I'm talking about your voicemail, 326-4450, 236-4450. You have an opportunity. I don't want you to do much talking today or until Andy returns. So please make your calls. I am prepared to listen and listen and listen. Somebody called in, of course, and asked a foolish question last time that whether or not it's a talk show program or not. Well, I suppose he was trying to be as facetious or as rude by, of course, saying that I am talking. Well, I was only talking simply because people weren't calling, or at least had some problems then because of the number. So let me 326-4450, 326-4450, 34450. That's the number. You can deposit your voicemail or call. All right. I will be notified by the technical director that somebody is online and they want to speak. Although I have a delay situation in our studio here, that will work sufficiently as was the case on Monday. Let me say quickly, of course, headlines. Well, South Tobago schools. All right. South Tobago schools. In South Tobago school, right? Samsung Science Tech finals. So that is one. Let me just take this call. I have a call coming in the studio. You have some apology. You have some people simply will insist, even though you tell disconcerting situation where you have to think and focus attention there and here, there, and everywhere. So let's go back again. The headline news, headline, of course, saying Beetham landfill must be closed. So that is a good development. Vicky Budram applies for bail, or so several of her matters were dismissed. I didn't get a chance to read it, so investment.
Lennox, you're in and out there still, eh?
Am I? Yeah, what?
I see you in and
I'm
out.
coming in and out. In and out?
I see you in and out still, so you better open the lines.
Repeat that for me.
I said you're in and out still with your internet, so better open the lines.
All right. Lines are open, people. Make your calls. You have an opportunity to make your calls. Make your calls, and let's see what's happening. I'm trying to fix the difficulty here in studio. So the lines are open, people.
Open people 225 6644 239 5120 and WhatsApp voicemail 326 4450.
And until we rectify that communication issue that caused me to be in and outside here as a consequence of my challenge inside here. All right, so the numbers to call people once again, I would have said 326-4450, 326-4450, 326-4450, and the regular numbers, as you know, 225-6644, 225-6644, and 5120. Don't believe that you're interrupting anything. Just call. You have an opportunity to get to the platform for yourself. And I don't want to in any way be accused of hogging anything when you have not. Once again, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, of Friends and Tobago. Director will tell me if someone is on the line so that I can shut up and have you, of course, do what you do best. And that is to say, to make your contribution to the cup of tea that you yearn for every morning. Don't forget, of course, Andy will join us shortly. Nobody could do it like him. So I'm not pretending that I can. But certainly we have a program to do. But irregardless, bringing the information to you, you bringing the information.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Make your contribution by the time caller.
Hello, good morning, Andy, Lennox, Mickie K. director, and to all the children of the school. Hope Andy is getting well and things will be alright with him. So the program could be bouncing again never. Yesterday I saw is on Duke Street. The Prenong Foundation, not a huge foundation, but the Prenong Foundation for traffic light. And it seems like it's in the middle of the pavement. Those traffic lights were up by St. Vincent and Duke Street corner. And the lamp post there for years since I go in with Sean Street boys. So the traffic light is there. And that years, and we know the blind will know when to tap which post and which post not to tap. And the blind are accustomed living there. I started study what is going to be really going on with the blind people. If the contractor with the big cement truck and the extra police and that yesterday, all of them were getting paid. If them could not wait until the budget finished too, boy. Like a lot of poor people who support this party, so 100% waiting until the budget. The whole population waiting until the budget. Everybody wait. Those who wasn't in no corruption, we mind them get fired, you know. But others just waiting until the budget and waiting until the budget and waiting until next year and waiting until when. But why people waiting the Penum traffic light along Duke Street, Abercrombie Street corner, and the blind, but nobody is studying the blind, or I don't need any consultation with the Blind Welfare Association. Because since I small, you're going inside it to get a piece of cane for your teacher, a piece of cane for the principal, and sometimes the teacher beaten, you alone might get a deal with it. So I don't know if them putting on the DD. I don't know if we're doing more today. Or what's really going on if nobody in no consideration for the blind people. So they just chop it down and it's in the center of the pavement. And it's somebody passing it through and they notify everybody. And the person seems to get a lot of knowledge too. And only somebody with knowledge will pick up that. What about the blind people? So all they were putting on them poll and thing, I hope all they wait until after the budget to get money to her. So I don't mind working and wait until after the budget for money. I look on and listening.
Thank you, caller. Next caller, please.
Awesome in power, our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power, our God. Our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. What are Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And who could ever stop us? And if
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's 35 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you listen to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, in studio. Oh boy, oh boy. While Lennox is getting his act together, yours truly, the Pitbull of radio, have no choice but to join you, the people, in our number one program, The Ground Report.
You turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. None like you.
And let me say a pleasant good morning to Matilda. And also a pleasant good morning to you, Judy.
Darkness you shine.
Jody, too, morning to you.
Out of the ashes we rise. There's
Sandra, good morning to you. Mother Bernie, good morning to you. Nadira, good morning, Rick. Roger, Mubarak. Hey, Wendy and Jenna, good morning to you.
our God is
Anderson Wilson and each and every one of you on the beat, good morning.
God, you are higher than any
And Moon Sami, all of you, good morning.
is healer.
Miss Roadbrook. Hey, Hey, just school all of you. Hey, sing good morning. Hey, Pringala Mohan, good morning to you. Hoodie. Afrina. Hey, Don, good morning, Jason. Hey, Gemma, good morning to you. Firam, a pleasant good morning to you, Abigail. Sandy Jones, good morning. Jason Mitchell, Elvis. Pamela Palu, good morning. To Brady Bunch, good morning to you. Rambo Ali, good morning. Raul Passad. Sharon. Batiste, good morning. Donna Lewis. Nigel Black. Janet. Kaladin, a pleasant good morning to you. How are you? Annette. Anjali Swar, good morning. Tara. All Tara's a pleasant good morning to you all. So here it is. I really don't supposed to be on at this point in time. Supposed to be resting. But the lines are open to you. You all know the numbers. What's on your front burner? What's making news that's not making news? I see a kind of stupid thing going around when I ain't supposed to be studying all them kind of thing right now. We're talking about the Dragon gas deal. Yeah. Cassava man, you jump on. Up to now, if you give me the cassava, that have been good today, you know. Why you hold back giving the Pitbull cassava? Daniel Singh, ask cassava man that. The Vika Balkan, good morning, Brian. Marilyn Seacharan, good morning to you, Davey. Leon Charles, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning to you all. Patricia Reed, you miss me? Behaving yourself? You see how it is be? So let me get some headlines here. Oh boy.
My God is greater. My God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. My God is healer. Awesome in power. My God.
Nice.
My God is greater. My God is stronger. God, you are higher.
What's on your front burner? Roller invited to make your calls. Yes, oh boy. While Lennox get his act together, you the people, the lines are open for you.
And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
Oh boy, what you all think? After high-level talks with the Prime Minister, Dragon Dance, U.S. Secretary of State changes tune on Trinidad and Tobago, Venezuela, OFAC licenses. but insists the Maduro regime should not reap major benefits. A teacher said he went to a hotel to hide after threats. What's that about? Remember, you all gonna let me know all what that some things about. Had to keep away. Still had to keep away, just waiting for Lennox Smith to get himself in order. Foul play not ruled out in death of ex-cop's mom. Israel troops killed at least 31 Palestinians in Gaza after Trump peace bid. Again, Trinidad and Tobago search for missing man in Bonapo Forest yields no results. Like search and rescue hunters, like I know. Normally them just find people, you know. You all know that. The Energy Chamber welcomes good news on Dragon Deal.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
The breakfast shed vendors threaten to sue Unicot. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. General Secretary Michael Anisette and Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industries and Commerce CEO Vashti they are calling, the stakeholders are called. We're calling for the people, or for government, for the call for people-centered job-creating budget. Yes, so they are calling for people-centered job-creating budget. That's how it goes. And I know some of the critics will want to talk about the dragon gas or the dragon dance again. But it is what it is. Whether Maduro want to deal business with us still or not, our lives have to go on. ExxonMobil have to continue to organize and drill, get what they have to get. The other billions that coming in have to organize, and all the Munilal, the Honorable Energy Minister, have to continue to push towards energy independence for Trinidad and Tobago. It's up to the Maduro government now. If they want, you know how. But I don't think our godly Prime Minister will subject herself to the Maduro regime in the way that Rowley, that crackhead, that piper, that spranger, that leave the whole PNM a piping PNM, a spranging PNM, a dirty PNM, a blight PNM, a PNM of no hope, a PNM that leave the country broken, no money, everybody balling. Down to the air smelling good under this PNM. The next thing is just to send them 13 crackheads and them that's sitting down there in opposition straight to rehab. hit them some bull pistol. Cattle 9 for betraying the trust and loyalty of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Even those who now sit down on the sea, they only have about 3-4 new people there anyhow. All of them, bull pistol, bull pistol, bull pistol.
The Ground Report with Mikey K. Andy Williams.
Yeah, it is. Only though me talking so much. Again, I'm just holding on for Lennox Smith and wanting this great program to keep at a level beyond. And most likely, we will have good news for you maybe by mid this month on the future of the program when it comes into mainstream media. Whether it be wherever, but the program must continue. So the lines are open. We will also have a new number. Come, let me give you a new number there one time. So you all could call and send a WhatsApp at this number. Call and send a WhatsApp. And this is a new number till I return. Right? So I want you all to call this number, WhatsApp this number. Let me get that number for you all as soon as I can here. While I want to believe Lennox Smith will be, all will be well. So the number to send your voice note and to make a WhatsApp call to all you the foreigners. Yeah, all you foreigners, all you that cannot afford to make a direct land call. The number for WhatsApp temporary to call and to leave that voice note is 326 4450. 326 4450. Again, 326 4450. Let me let Lennox Smith join here. By the meanwhile, I want to find out, Lennox Smith, I know critics will be complaining about the Dragon can dance again. The US are willing to open license for Trinidad and Tobago to go into a deal with the Maduro regime. Real critics are complaining now, saying, hey, look at now, what's that? And they wanted US to blow up America. They wanted this, they wanted that, they wanted the other. What kind of bacchanal thing going on now? Let me say a pleasant good morning to Nas Ali. A pleasant good morning to Rambo. All of you do that to Mohan. All of you, a pleasant good morning to you. But meanwhile, let me see if I can get Mikey to organize and put on. Could you call Mikey and just let him put on the Discord there? A minute there. I'll hold for at least a little hour or so. Yeah, call him, let him put on that Discord. Let me hold an hour or so. But I can't do that again. You all have to organize. Only complaining, Lennox talking. No. Call. The director will interrupt him and let him know, look, we have a line. Oh, look, we have a caller, okay? Because look, right now I'm asking you all to join the program. What's on your front burner? What is your issue? And up to now, the lines ain't open yet. I'm going to give all the lines in case you all forget. Just a week and something and you all forget the lines on them. 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120, or give us a WhatsApp call at 326-4450, 236-4450, 4450. WhatsApp call or send your WhatsApp voice note early this morning. This temporary until I return next week, Monday, please God. I'm talking here and all my damn chest hurting me. Don't supposed to be here. I just want to interact with Lennox a little bit. Let me see if I can get on to Mikey K there a minute.
I did. Are you hearing me loud and clear, my friend?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, my apology, people, but I know technology, when something will go wrong, Murphy's Law, it will at the worst possible time. I did contact Mikey, so he is I suppose that will be engaged momentarily. But you asked a very let me say, of course, even though Andy is singing like that, yes, he was commanded to take a rest, but the level of commitment, take for instance, I should not be here today either, having a hectic mission yesterday in Tobago, but I am here a bit late as unusually, but none.
Yes. Well, you're still kind of in and out because right now we're in you, right? So that's why I'll open the lines by the meanwhile.
Open up.
Right, all right. You go ahead. You talk about you had a hectic time in Tobago. We heard all of that there. So let's go into the whole issue of what's making the headlines right now, which is the dragon can dance again. What's your thoughts on that? Do you believe that Kamala Prasad, the Honorable Prime Minister, and her government will succumb or what I will say? I wonder if I can say lick K-Pax like the Rowley administration did when it coming to the Maduro government. You know, this whole government, Maduro had it like a toy. Rowley, Stuart Young, he used to have pull Stuart Young pants up high, have the middle of the pants ripping in the bambalam, the Stuart Young. And while Stuart Young is saying, yes, Maduro, what you want? What you want? What you want? You know, meaning the pants now is ripping Stuart Young, because I know Stuart is Rowley's a girlfriend. No, sorry, boyfriend. Let me correct that. Boyfriend. And I know, you know, some people when they're exercising in gym and they fit, they like to feel cycle shorts and tights ripping between the bambama. So I don't know if this Kamala Prasad Bisesa government will allow the Maduro regime to pull up the boxer shorts straight up the K-Pax. What says thou? Miss Santa Cruz, a pleasant good morning to you, Hoodie, all of you. Don't forget you all can invite them.
Yeah. Some people say you're describing Al-Rari. Yeah. Some people have that description for Al-Rari, so I don't know. A tight pants, they call it. So I don't know if you ship that to Short Young. One sentence, one statement. Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the UNC Coalition of Interest are acting in Trinidad and Tobago's best interest. Full stop. There's nothing new. There's nothing different. There's a consistency.
Right, but then let me ask something then.
If there is a deal, it's because they are acting in Trinidad and Tobago's best interest, and we welcome that.
Right, but then let me ask something, because this will be the burning question on everybody in Trinidad and Tobago minds, including the masses, knowing of that fight and the 4-star general, major general, and leader, Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Let me hail to Shide. Yep. Yes, remember she well talk there, like, you know, we have some serious bums and thing here. No, stand up, strong, and we like how she stand up. Let me know, do you believe with how they mention about what happened to this lady, or she's a drunk, or this, or that, and then the US without the Venezuelan government come now and willing to open back the Dragon gas deal. All I want is that the Maduro regime don't benefit the most of it, but Trinidad and Tobago must. Do you believe that the Maduro regime will deal with Trinidad and Tobago, especially her defense minister, down to the President Maduro, also see Delcy Rodriguez and all? A lot of those hierarchies within the Maduro regime fired a lot of shots at Kamala Prasad Bisesa and her government, including one or two of our CARICOM brothers and sisters. So do you believe that the Maduro regime now will be willing to engage Trinidad and Tobago through the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, in which they have a serious problem with, because she not allowing them to pull that jock strap straight up K-Pax like the Rowley regime?
Yeah, and I want to say categorically yes. And you obviously the other question is why. It's simply because that is the better option for the survival of the regime. So it is better to take that reluctantly. I want to admit reluctantly take that deal reluctantly, rather than, of course, the Americans pursuing a full-scale, possibly intervention, invasion, if you want to call it that, and to effect regime change. So for the survival of those who are in power now in Venezuela, I see them reluctantly having no choice but, of course, to put their tails between their legs and engage, because that is a lifeline for them as well. So the whole question of regime change agenda by the U.S. will certainly be put on the back burner.
But what?
Certainly as a result. Yes,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
Ravi Nanan is saying Venezuela wants nothing to do with this UNC government. And why would you believe that the Maduro regime will want to deal with Kamala Prasad, the Honorable Prime Minister, or the people of Trinidad and Tobago, knowing that it's not Stuart Young and Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley's there? Is it that you believe that so long as the US is open to that, and you are saying that, or being very optimistic based on, they will believe that so long as it is open for a deal, and Trinidad and Tobago dealing with them, that the US would not invade them or would not look to thing. Why that optimistic?
Absolutely. It is in their interest to deal with Trinidad and Tobago reluctantly. I qualify, of course, the kind of relationship, but it will be forthright. It will be according to the terms of the Americans. The Americans obviously will trust Trinidad and Tobago to manifest the conditionalities that they would have imposed. In other words, the regime must not benefit from the deal, but at the same time, the greater issue for the Maduro and is their own survival as a dictatorial entity managing the affairs of Venezuela. And of course, the Americans will be much more tolerant of that, because they are sure they have a regime in Trinidad that will, of course, stick to the letter and to every dot and every cross of T according to the arrangement, because they clearly have grown not to trust the previous PNM under Rowley and Stuart Young agenda and or regime. So to me, whilst on the one hand it is in Trinidad and Tobago's best interest to pursue that deal for obvious reasons, to get more gas, to get more oil, and to, of course, resurface our economy and get some foreign exchange in. The thing about it is that in that arrangement, the Venezuelans will reluctantly pursue it, simply because at least the Americans will not interfere for the time being with the regime in terms of a brutal and physical and possibly invasion of that country in order to get rid of the regime. So Maduro would have been given another lifeline, because of course the ultimate agenda that is on the minds of all observers is whether or not all that asset being deployed in the Southern Caribbean, whether it is, of course, to attack the Maduro regime. Maduro will now have a sort of buffer. You will have a sort of let's say, opportunity to continue his administration, because clearly with that arrangement, the Americans, at least more than likely, will not pursue an aggression that they would have anticipated to get rid of the Maduro administration. That's how I see it.
Nice. The other headlines of what I am watching here, let me get at it there, let me get at it here.
I want to say, of course, it's nice hearing your voice. Singing like you're recuperating well from the last time that we spoke. And I want to tell you, of course, in spite of all of the callers' best wishes, we as a team, both Mickie and myself, have expressed our deep concern, our families as well, in terms of some of the challenges that, not that you have not been there before, and not that we believe that you are some kind of machine, even that breakdown, but certainly I think your contribution is so invaluable, not just on the program, but of course the national development and national perspective, that a person like you will be, of course, sorely missed in the scheme of things. And not that anybody is indispensable. I don't see myself as indispensable, but that is the position that you have found yourself in at this point in time, because of course I'm sure that while they were alive, whether it be Eric Williams, whether it be Chambers, whether it be Robinson, A&I Robinson, all late, at the point in time they were fit for purpose. They were the ones that were dominating the national interest. Well, this is your time as well, and therefore, if you should go prematurely, certainly you will be missed as the others. But that is life, and the longer you are around, the better for the country and for those persons who see the ground report as a cup of tea. The ground report will have to take a different complexion, for example, if you have suddenly disappeared. So I want to tell you, make certain and take your tablets, listen to, or whatever it is, medicine, listen to the instructions of your doctors and so on, in order to make certain that you are nursed back to health and are able to get back to where we were or we could be as we are moving forward. I know there are certain plans that are afoot. I don't want to share it with the public without your presence, and therefore I remain committed to that.
Nice. And Brown here. Hey, Brent Williams, a pleasant good morning to you. Mother Bernie, good morning. Ojer, good morning to you, my brother. Yes, Lennox Smith, Energy Chamber welcomes good news on Dragon Deal. We are seeing Mario economist Mariano Brown. But what just want to the Energy Chamber has welcomed Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bissessa announcement that the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio supports the approval of the relevant Office of the Foreign Assets Control OFAC licenses to begin discussions with Venezuela towards developing its cross-border hydrocarbons.
Yeah.
So again, the Energy Chamber welcomes it.
Yeah, and they should. I mean, it is in their interest, more money in their respective pockets. Those members who are in the Energy Chamber, so therefore all of them would have an interest in the energy development. It means that greater business, but more significantly, I think the Venezuelans will also welcome that reversal of position. I mean, it's Trump administration you're talking about that has taken a hard line against, of course, the Maduro administration in Venezuela. And what, again, underline all of that is the fact that they are seeing, of course, a softening of position, the hardline perception that they would have obviously been at the back of their minds and on their front burner is whether or not the Americans' real intent in deploying such massive assets of military might in the Southern Caribbean could not have been only for drug cartels and drug trafficking, but it had to be an intention to, of course, forcibly remove the Maduro administration from being in charge in Venezuela. So they would see that, as welcoming news. At least, of course, the furtherance or the greater elasticity of their administration. They have another lease on life. Of course, I'm sure that inside of all of that, there will be tensions. There will be, of course, persons saying that that is just a red herring. The agenda is the same. All of that will come in the negotiation. But the factor license revisit. Welcome news to Trinidad and Tobago. And for all of those who say that Kamala is hypocritical, etc., etc. I don't think so. I think she's acting in the best interest of Trinidad and Tobago. And let's face it, she has not yet been able to get the deal that she would like, let's say, with Guyana. As yet, I'm sure that negotiations are taking place. Grenada still has some advancement to take place, but certainly the Dragon deal has been around for a very long time and therefore very advanced and ready to go. So why not pursue that if the other parties are willing so to do? Are talking about, of course, Venezuela, and the Americans are prepared to soften their stance on the entire matter. It means Trinidad and Tobago could only benefit.
But Patricia Reid is saying, let me hear what Patricia Reid. As I read, she come out. I don't know. I believe like she's who get me sick, you know. Yeah. Send up my pressure. This.
Maljo,
she's a blight. There's a bad woman.
Yeah, I knew so much that for reasons other than the program.
She what the Pitbull and the Pitbull and what she. She what the Pitbull and what she. So she walk Obia something to shake the Pitbull off the ground. I don't understand this at all.
All right.
So she says, Dragon bad under Young, but good under PM1. Yes, Patricia Reid. Dragon Gas was bad, not only under Young. Dragon Gas was bad under Rowley, Young, the whole of the PNM partner. Well, let me know. You see, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Well, the whole of the PNM woman. Dragon Gas was real bad. Under Kamala Prasad, sir. The Dragon Gas is one of the greatest things that Trinidad and Tobago will see. Yeah.
Well, obviously, what comes to mind immediately is the clandestineness and the secretiveness of the Rowley Young administration. Nobody was sure in the United States, and the onus was on them to perfect or to provide that OFAC license, having regard to the situation between Venezuela and, of course, the United States. So, therefore, what I am seeing, if I was sitting in the American administration, I would see that we have a partner in Trinidad government today that could be relied upon, having regard to the stance that the Prime Minister and the administration took just recently in terms of the effort to fight gang and of course drug cartel in the Caribbean and of course in Latin America or South America. So therefore it is a win-win situation for the Americans. So they feel much more comfortable and with Trinidad and Tobago carrying out instructions as opposed to Rowley and Young that would say one thing but act differently. We have seen it, of course, in OWAS.
Very,
it, of course,
but very secretive
in the Lima arrangement and all of the other things that the Americans expected Trinidad and Tobago to support them with, and the Rowley and Young administration never did.
Nice. So very Heidi. Patricia Reid also asking, Maduro not bad again? He's not narco or what? All right, so the one with Maduro is not bad again, he's not narco. No, we don't need to answer that at all. But Jess School is asking a good question here. Don't forget, Shell have to give final investment decision. But Address School, I think that will be Sakai, knowing that Shell is an American company, I believe. And if the Americans give the yes for when it coming to the license, Shell only shaky based on license or not. But Shell will be more than willing at this point in time because they will want to play a more major role than ExxonMobil in the seas here right now, knowing that the Dragon Gas could be developed even faster because it's there. It's proven to be there. That could even be developed faster than all the rest of things that's supposed to come on board. Right? And it's the fastest thing where Maduro and them could still get something too. But then the big question, although Lennox is very optimistic, I am not. I don't think the host truly the Pitbull of radio. that the Maduro regime will want to deal with our godly Prime Minister Kamala Persad under our government. I believe that they will play ignorant because he will. You see the part what was said there, because that was also said before, and I can remember that. You see the part what it is the Americans said there, which is that the Maduro regime of Venezuela cannot benefit in the majority when it comes to that deal. Meaning, most likely we might have to be paying them in either goods or aid or some kind of thing, and not solid cash. That is a position that was already out there, while the dirty, nasty, taxing, lying, blight, piping, spranging PNM government was there. And Maduro said, no. He not on that, and Rowley them was trying to negotiate, and Rowley, Maduro them say he not on that. Yeah. I will wish.
Well, I want to tell you, is one thing that was overlooked in that equation, that the Americans did not have on the doorsteps of Venezuela a tremendous amount of military assets. The perception is that the intention is to invade Venezuela. That was not there. No, as I said, reluctantly, they will have to factor that in and play according to the rules. Just to keep the regime alive.
Rafi Nanan is saying, Lennox, you is 1-2 tongue, man. You was saying the dragon dead. Here you now, Lennox Smith, you 2-tongue snake.
Yeah.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yeah, because the situation now is drastically 360 degrees drastically different to when that statement would have been made. I mean, anybody with a more sort of common sense would see that the situation is drastically different to when that statement was made. When that statement was made, the situation in place was that the regime has changed. The present administration, through the Prime Minister, has taken a particular stance on Venezuela. That has not changed, and therefore, in such circumstance, without the military deployment of the Americans and clearly the possibility of forced regime change did not exist at the time. Now that exists. So therefore, again, you have to be analytical, and you have to, of course, look at all of the factors that would have changed the circumstances in a meteoric way. And that is the fact and the reality of the new and now situation.
Nice. But that's the major headliners in Trinidad and Tobago, which will be good for everyone. All I remember the numbers to call. Let me give you this number here. Right, don't forget we'll be locking off at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. we'll be locking off at 9 a.m. Right, and the lines are open. So let me give you the numbers. Long time I haven't heard many of you. You the loyal listeners. You the stakeholders. You the owners. You the Ground Report. Are you. You the people are the Ground Report.
And for those who were thinking that Mikey has abandoned or taken a particular position, well, you heard us asking him, and I did call him, to make certain that his system is up, and that is only how we could get a program involving myself and possibly him at his desire. So I want to tell you that he is on board. He has always been there in the background, and the speculations should not go beyond the fact that anything beyond what I've just said, that he has abandoned the program. No, he has not. Right? I know that there are some wishful thinkers in that regard because of political differences, if you want to call it that, or agenda that is not in the best interest of us, but of course may suit their own agenda to see, of course, the program move in a particular direction. All right?
Nice. Mikey is there. Mikey K is always there. Don't worry.
right.
Be happy. You always see Mikey in a bit. Just have a lot of things to do in the background. Okay?
Yes.
So again, you all then WhatsApp number. Let me give you the WhatsApp number to call. Yes, not my number. When I'm back in full next week, Monday, please God, we'll be back up and running. But for now, you can call 32644. That's your WhatsApp, right? 326-4450. Look how simple it is. 326-4450. Or send a WhatsApp voice note at the same 326-4450. Okay, that's the director number that will put you on the online. But your normal landline numbers, and you all could send voice note there. You all could also send a voice note. I'm going to forward it to the director, to that phone, so you can play your whole voice note. So you all can send your voice note at the 366-3053. But if you had to make a WhatsApp call the 326-4450 for calls. They could send your WhatsApp voice note to the regular 366-3053. 366-3053. Lennox Smith going to remind you that, and the director going to remind you that. But the normal landlines are open. 225-6644. 225-6644. 239-5120. 239-5120. Or send your WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053. 366-3053. To my number, I'm going to forward it. But if you have to make a WhatsApp call, please call 326-4450. Go ahead, caller. A pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to the Gong Report. And what's your contribution this morning on the Gong Report? What's your front burner?
Well, Andy, good morning again, and welcome back. What else for the hour or how much? When Gary Griffith was saying PNM is the best thing and PNM making acting commissioner or whatever, you already PNM they love Gary Griffith, you know. When Gary Griffith lost his work, you already PNM they hate him and he was rolling with the UNC, you know. When Gary Griffith in their pick now, Gary Griffith against the UNC, you know. Well, where politics is concerned, right, the listening public, where politics is concerned, anyway they deal for a country, to bring in money into a country, the opposition at that time, when you see it fit below a dictatorship, a dictator administration, that money going into their pockets, then likewise, UNC will see trickle along and go to the nation. You know, when saying so, the disabled, the special children, you know, the blind, the needy, those are the pensioners. This is what this government will see that money or wherever money going. Or where money is concerned.
Hold on, next caller. As Anderson Wilson finish. But where money is concerned, Anderson, you go ahead.
Yeah, where money is concerned, I think there's no politics in money, I think, you know. There's no politics in money.
All right, but let me ask you a big quick question, Anderson Wilson. Do you believe you see the tension? You heard Maduro, you heard Delcy Rodriguez, you heard the defense minister who called the godly prime minister drunk, who said this woman mad, all those various things. Now this is open. Do you believe that the Maduro regime will deal with our godly prime minister, our government, and sit back down on the tables dealing with this dragon gas deal?
Well, I said it after those fellas last night. Some of them went college. Right? They say, boy, Maduro, see, it's too much of pressure and tension on him. And they say, one way or the other, if he get under America, he get under Kamala, whoever, and they decide to settle everything, it seems like, where money is concerned. But everybody will make money over whoever dealing. And everybody have things to be taken care of. Right? So, me see no conflict in money, where as far money is concerned and as far prosperity is concerned. Where as far the drugs cartel and the drugs flowing into the nation, right? And the human trafficking is concerned. We have a great problem with that in this country, right? And we need to get rid of that. The human trafficking, teenagers missing, whether it be boys, girls, and the list will go on and on. The guns coming in, food exchange for guns, the police and the soldier, the bad working ones and them selling the ammunition whenever they have a shootout. You know, with some the bullet and them is either from the regiment or the police service. Right? So we need to read all these things. And all you point on them traffic light. And I'm bugging the blind from walking up Brook Street. I hope you all have some consultation with the Blind Welfare Association, eh? But the blind welfare and the blind people, they are citizens too, eh?
Thank you very much. I'm going to get someone else a chance here. But I wonder if Anderson Wilson put in consideration what Secretary of State Mickie Rubio said. He said, but he insists. Hold on, caller, you're going on. No. And I'm glad that you're here to hear Anderson's contribution, but this one here rocking me. And there's where it is, I don't believe that Lennox Smith took into consideration, no Anderson Wilson. He also mentioned that he listened to some programs with scholars talking, and I don't think they put that at all in consideration, which is, I only know Andy other, my MBA and my professor degree and everything will come in. Right? He insists Maduro regime shall not reap major benefits. Again, Secretary of State changes tune on Trinidad and Tobago, Venezuela. OFAC licenses, but insists, well, you understand, but insists that the Maduro regime should not reap the major benefits. Understand that, But yet still my buddy friend, co-host Lennox Smith is saying, yeah, he's optimistic that, we're going to get that deal. Anderson Wilson is saying, well, when it comes to money, and then with all those things there, at least he ain't getting to talk to America. He ain't get it, but at least if he get the opportunity to talk to Kamala Prasad, sir, well then, all right. He may go in that direction. But let's hear what you have to say. But besides that front burner, which is the major front burner this point in time in Trinidad and Tobago, you all can come with whatever is your front burner. Call out, pleasant good morning to you. Go ahead. What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Good morning, Professor Andy. This is Diego Martin. You have hit the nail on the head 14 times. You see that little piece of information? The Maduro regime must not benefit from it. And what that tells you, this deal will happen such that if Maduro is still there, we're going to develop our part of the field. And it tells me that Maduro, they're hoping that Maduro...
Hold on, next caller. After this caller, hold on. Go ahead, you finish, Professor.
Right. So what he's saying, that this deal must not benefit a Maduro government. If there's any other government, we could develop the whole field together with Venezuela. No, I want to give kudos to our Prime Minister for showing leadership. Remember, the OFAC deal was cancelled and revoked under a small pin Prime Ministership. How come we get it back and nothing has changed? Basically, all has changed is a new governance model, a new Prime Minister. And that tells me she looked at everything, and what is best for the country, she will do what is best for the country. So those people like Smallton bumping the gum and saying it was their deal had nothing to do with that. What is best for our country and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, this current government will go in that direction.
Thank you very much. So true, Professor. But not only that, Do you all believe that the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, that goodly little lady, looking and smelling like a rose right now? Not only that, do you also, because how I watch at this is that Trinidad and Tobago is looking very, very powerful again. We was like a sprung-in country under this sprung-in, piping, taxing, lying, thieving, blight, betrayal, treacherous government. No one had respect for us, not even United States of America. And I want Lennox to answer that question that I'm saying here. Right now, I am watching Trinidad and Tobago looking like a very powerful little island again. More powerful than the rest of the Caribbean. Because hear what? The Americans that said no to the Rowley regime. The Trinidad and Tobago that everybody was watching us as weak. That America don't want to hear. This little lady come and open back this, and America, when it coming to this war against narcotics, drugs, Trinidad and Tobago's name is being called technically front row, hand in hand, like we see number one ally. Not even Guyana, because them instead calling Guyana name, all they're saying is Kamala, Venezuela itself. And I believe Marco Rubio placed it by granting that to Trinidad and Tobago to show the rest of the world, to show the Rowley 13 dissidents, nasty, dirty opposition, the power that our government get back again because we're on the right side. So that's the next question in there in the whole fold. Do you believe that that move carry us straight up the ladder as a number one, as the number one Caribbean country when it comes to negotiating with America again? We did lost that. Everybody else was getting the opportunity. Barbados, all of them. Right now, there is someone to hear Motley because she talking a set of nonsense too right now. What's your thoughts on that, Trinidad and Tobago? Go ahead, call up. Pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, Mickie. Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox.
Morning.
Lennox, Andy, the agreement remain the same for the Java and gas deal? That's what I want to know, because why I ask that now? The agreement could be different now. You know for a fact any agreement PNM do. And if they do fulfill to the end, it doesn't even make sense. They might start something, but when somebody else come in and do this other change of the agreement, it could benefit
let me cut you short in a smart way there one time.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to go back to the negotiation table. And again, as I said, the Americans made it clear that they will lift it, but here what they say. U.S. Secretary of State changes tune on Trinidad and Tobago Venezuela OFAC deal licenses, but insists, Marco Rubio and the U.S. government insists that the Maduro regime should not reap the major benefits of the deal. So they will have to go back to negotiate.
What I tell you, the agreement before, them was benefiting. No good agreement anymore. I could tell you something for sure. For example, the standard situation where they want to push for Tobago. The agreement was never good. It was never benefiting the people of Tobago. It was never benefiting. Now that I had to go back now to Chief Secretary Fally, the agreement have to benefit Tobago. So that's why I say anything the PNM put out to do, they don't do it good. Same thing with the airport. They rush to think the airport and Israel for, but Secretary James promised himself that he wouldn't talk about it. Now that airport might not even open till next year or year after because it's real fault, real problems. So anything the PNM do, it does never make sense to benefit the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So that's why I asked that the agreement was the same, but to make it clear that I have to go back and go over a fresh agreement.
Yes, well, Kamala Prasad says, so we'll make sure that whatever deal she go into with her government, that it will be, because as she always say, she put God first and she acts on behalf of the people in Trinidad and Tobago right after. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where you calling from, and what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Hey, morning, Andy. Welcome back. And so long I didn't hear from you and see you. My problem is this: with politics, I am very glad. I'm hopeful that this could go through. But you see the last part where you say in there, and what he said, if Maduro is there, and right now it's looking like everybody think America was going to invade Venezuela and all that kind of thing. Maduro was now elected president, I think last year. I don't know how long they're there. I'm thinking if it's 5 years or 4 years. So we have to know within that 5 or 4 years, once Maduro is there, once America don't go in and remove him, or the people don't thing up and move him, then we ain't saying nothing really, just a promise. It's a good promise, but once his man say once Maduro there, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. So we still have to hope and wait to see if America really going, or what is the deal that Ms. Kamala made with the Americans about this deal. Because look at the last one, they're doing the same thing so far. We ain't hear nothing. The last one, I hear Mr. Munilal come out and say, well, what was the last deal the last government make? I don't know if it have a non-disclosure to it, because I hear you say, okay, well, the government was paying. If you hear, you can let me know. I don't know, I ain't here, but if you hear, there was a figure put out that the government was paying Maduro them this amount of money for the gas from the Dragon Field. I don't know if that information come out. I don't know, so I ask him, did that information come out? How much money was paid?
Well, now they want to go back. Now they want to go back to the negotiation table with that, because I think they did pay Maduro regime millions already in going into that deal and all those various things.
Yeah, so I didn't hear Mr. Munilal come out and say, okay, well, he bring it out in the public. They were paying this amount of money, or they were getting everything.
No, well, I want to believe the Kamala Prasad Bisasa government will be open on the deal.
Yeah, I hope. We are well close. I hope they come out in the open and say, well, this is the deal we made, because remember they had a problem.
After this caller, you will talk.
They had another problem with everything was secret now. So I hope they come out this time in public, and as she said they were going to do, bring out everything and bring it to the public, and not keep. Not everything will come out, but what could come out. Imagine there was even in the Ministry of Health, they was going to say how much money they spend on COVID, and that ain't come out yet. How much money they send? Remember, we wanted to know how much money they pay China because they had non-disclosure agreement.
Right, and that is the purpose, and that will be the purpose of the Ground Report. You, the godly citizens, Miss Moonsam, me, Miss Roadbrook, and all of you, those is things that you all always, all of us, including the opposition back then, which was the present government, wanted to know how much money spent in COVID, how much money spent in your hospital, what was the deal with the WARF. All the non-disclosures was promised to be open, and that's where we come in to ask our new government to bring disclosures, to bring disclosure to us.
But remember too, they have to be, even though we want to know, I know the government have to be very careful, because once you sign a non-disclosure agreement with a company or a contract, remember you really cannot do it, because you can be sued. The country could be sued.
Yeah, but then that could also go against the grade of our constitution or our laws. If it is, we laws is saying that we supposed to have disclosures of certain things under the same thing that probably them failed to pass. Or we call it not the freedom of information, the Lennox Smith. The procurement legislation. Under the procurement legislation. Yes. Thanks so much, my brother. After this call, I want Lennox to answer base, because I need him to be involved. Because remember, I will just be here till about 8 o'clock, right? And then Lennox will have the next hour to continue the program. We will finish the program till 9 o'clock for this week. I'll be back on fully from next week. Those of you that calling my phone, the 366-3053, don't call that phone. Call for WhatsApp. Call WhatsApp calls 326-4450. That's 4450. Call that number if you want to make a call. But if it is just sending a voice note, you can send the voice note to the regular number 366-3053, right? But calls, WhatsApp call only to 326 4450. But voice notes, you all could send all your voice notes to your regular voice notes thing. This call that on, you make a contribution, because my question to Lennox Smith and to each and every one of you out there is, how I, as a Trinbagonian, feeling happy, I'm feeling proud, I'm feeling more patriotic, because I watch a government that we had before, where the United States had no respect for, where the rest of the Caribbean had no respect for, where Guyana had no respect for, where the rest of the world was watching we, a great country like us, as kunumunus, watching we like real idiots. And with a change of government, I am seeing where we are regaining our level of respect, we are regaining that strength, and especially with the Americans that was hard line on the Maduro regime when it comes to the Dragon Gas deal, seeing our commanding chief, which is really the president, but I will say for now, because of her hardline war talk, that our commanding chief, our little lady, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, actually went there talk, and the big mighty Americans listen to her, willing to open back the deal, and all they ask is that the Maduro regime mustn't benefit the major out of this deal. I throw out that I don't think that the Maduro regime will want to go in a deal with the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, based on all that stupid talk that they was talking and throwing talk for her. They're more calling her name than they're calling Ivan Ali in Guyana, right? And what's your thoughts on that other issue that I raised there, whereby that we are standing very strong again as a country, and that with great respect, and that the rest of the Caribbean realize that we have taken our place again as Little America in the Caribbean once more. What's your thoughts?
Let me agree to you. Pleasant good morning, Andy. Pleasant good morning. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Lennox Smith, my brother, pleasant good morning to you. Mickie, pleasant good morning. First to begin, I want to say thank you very much to the President of America, Mr. Donald Trump. I want to say thank you very much to our Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa. And I want to say to Trinidad and Tobago this morning, remember, after the 28th of April, when the election was won by the UNC, the United National Congress, days after the regime was changed, Maduro made a statement that they intercept a boat leaving Trinidad with a stack of arms, and they say it's a set of terrorists and this and that, and they was trying to implicate the new administration with a situation. And all what was taking place there all the time was Maduro was responsible for that, because he didn't do what he's supposed to do first. He had to do it now, right? He didn't come out and try to negotiate with Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa regime because of the fact he didn't want to keep it. Remember the gas deal that already did under Mr. Stuart Young, right? So what Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa did now, she stand up for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and she used her sovereignty, she power to support America. So America take it upon itself and show Maduro here what it is going on. It have a new regime change down there. And if you want to listen or you want to think we coming down there, and look the results. No, Trinidad and Tobago, who have eyes to see will see, and who have ears to hear will hear. You know what? We have to congratulate our Prime Minister for the stand that she take. And Mr. Marco Rubio, thank you all very much. Trinidad is back on the negotiating table with anybody who wants to come and do any investment and make Trinidad and Tobago proud again. So people of Trinidad and Tobago, all you're seeing when Barakana is making the contribution and letting all you know that this woman, this wonderful lady, this mother of the nation, who care about the people of Trinidad and Tobago, not the portion of them who born and chief out and lead the country how the country is now. Let me face reality, Trinidad and Tobago, and see what is good for us and support what is good for us. And the locked on and listening for now, my brother. Thank you again, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa.
Thank you very much. Nice. Lennox Smith, you are on. I want to hear that aspect of how do you place us, or how do you believe now the rest of the world is watching us? Because America is listening to Trinidad and Tobago again.
Well, the analysis and the consensus is clear that the Americans have more confidence in the current administration. Our hegemony, meaning that our influence in the Caribbean, has resurfaced. We are a leader. In fact, that is crystallized by the fact that there's a global leader initiative based in London. While she was on the podium, let's say, or the world stage at the UN, they nominated her as the most important or influential leader in the Caribbean. So that speaks volumes. In fact, I think Gonzalez and the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mayor Motley, I think they came second and third, respectively. So that speaks the volumes as to the recognition that she would have gotten in just under or just above 100 days in office. But I want to focus as well on the whole question of this conditionality of the OFAC license. That is not the first time. Under the PNM administration, that was also a factor. They said that the Venezuelans should not benefit from, and everybody knows that who have been following this matter, that the Venezuelans were not to benefit. In fact, they say that they could benefit from food and other non-monetary items that were supposed to be exported back to Venezuela. So that is not new, and it was in place, but yet still the whole deal went sour. Why? Because we, on the one hand, we learned that monies were in fact being sent to Venezuela, and we don't know yet how much. I suppose the next budget will tell us the amount of money that was sent to Venezuela, and we don't know if that was in breach of the arrangement. No monetary benefits for Venezuela, and indeed the project was stalled. The last caller was correct, but in this particular case, the same conditionality exists. That is, that level of conditionality exists. That is, Venezuela must not benefit monetarily from the entire exercise, but the Venezuelans will have very little wiggling room to manipulate the situation, say yes, and then of course renege. They have very little wiggling room because they don't know if they so do what those assets that are being deployed, massive assets, military assets being deployed on the borders of Venezuela, what the Americans will do. I mean, Trump is a very, what I consider to be very person who you cannot predict, unpredictable, right? That's on the one hand. On the other hand, the Americans now, based on the new administration, can depend on the new administration to deliver the tenets of the agreement, and thus, of course, this relationship. But more importantly, you asked a very important question as to the significance of the present administration led by Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I want to tell you that if you examine the entire build-up to this credibility, this hegemony, this influence that the present administration has via the leader, Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, you would see that it was systematic, it was incremental, and it was deliberate. As she came into office, she made it very, very, very clear. And she, at that point in time, we didn't know that the Americans were planning to deploy any kind of military assets in our jurisdiction, if you want to call it that is to say, in the Southern Caribbean. But as soon as that happened, she made certain statements as well. Of course, it angered Venezuela, but it also showed very firmly to the Americans that we understand their position, but at the same time, she never wavered in terms of Trinidad and Tobago's interests. And it is in Trinidad and Tobago's interest. We simply do not have the resources to extract or to eliminate those shipments of cocaine and other poison, whether they're on the way to America or not. We don't have it to prevent these tycoons of the drug trade from passing their poison through our waters and in fact invading our marine space. And therefore in that situation she vicariously was able, without having to put out any money, to get rid of that element. Because remember, when that is flowing, guns and ammunition remain here in Trinidad. And you understand when she said it was not by accident, when she said over 600 persons died at one time from guns that we do not produce in this country, suggesting that, of course, is as a consequence or a byproduct of the narcotic trade that is moving between South America and North America. But Trinidad and Tobago, among others, are being, of course, innocent bystander in the whole process, but their populations are being devastated by crime and criminality, gang warfare, etc. So it was, in other words, a very strategic, a very planned, a very deliberate, and I want to say well executed, to the point where Trinidad and Tobago is now in the position to not only regain its influential position, but to dictate the pace in the Caribbean, and at the same time Trinidad and Tobago regaining, of course, its economic progress, its economic advancement as a consequence. The Jargon Deal initiative is just another in that process of bringing Trinidad and Tobago economically back to where it could have always been. And that is where I think the commendation and the credit must be given to the president. In no way could have Rowley, having, of course, sullied, having destroyed Trinidad and Tobago's credibility in the eyes of the Americans, and of course looking weak as far as the Caribbean is concerned, because Rowley was always hiding behind some position that CARICOM took, saying that the area should be a zone of peace. That was just superficial and a sort of camouflage for reneging on the arrangement that the Americans expected and reposed faith in Trinidad and Tobago's government, whether it be that of the PNM under Rowley and Shoshong, or indeed that of the present one, because both of them would have been governments of Trinidad and Tobago. The big difference between the governments, however, is that the Kamala Prasad-led administration could be trusted, as opposed to the deterioration and the lack of trust having regard to their conduct of the previous PNM led by Shoshong and Rowley administration. No one could take away, and they don't believe that if it is that they could destroy a boat from the air, or several boats from the air, and having listening devices and all of the other things from wherever they are stationed in America, but they could reach down Southern Caribbean. So you believe that they didn't know that arrangement, that shipment of gasoline that Paria said was destined for some island of Venezuela, but ended up in Venezuela. You think the Americans don't know? You think so? And therefore, of course, those and other overtures by the last administration, the Rowley administration, the Shoshong administration, the PNM administration, certainly has, of course, whittled away, have eroded any faith and confidence in the then administration. And coming, of course, the new administration under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, a breath of fresh air, and of course, now that is in place, you're seeing, of course, the benefits unfolding right before our very eyes. At the United Nations, in Trinidad, of course, in the United States, and I'm sure at the end of the day, the Venezuelans should feel a new lease on life, because the possibility exists, and I have no doubt in my mind that would have been a possibility, that deployment of that massive amount of military and marine assets could also mean anybody with a modicum of common sense would have seen that the possibility existed that regime change by force was and probably still is a strong possibility. But when you have intervention such as what was stated to us in recent documentaries or in recent news, Venezuela should be thanking Trinidad and Tobago for, of course, putting off the agenda for the time being the possibility of an invasion.
Yes, yes. So true, Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open. Don't forget the direct calls. Yes, don't forget the direct calls. WhatsApp. The only way you can call WhatsApp, you have to make a direct call to this new number to call WhatsApp. But you can send your WhatsApp voice note to your regular 3663053 number. But if you want to call WhatsApp to make a contribution, the number to call is 326-4450. That's 4450. Again, 4450 326 for a WhatsApp call. Other than that, if it's not a WhatsApp call and it's a direct call, you can also call that number direct call. But voice notes, send the voice notes to the natural number. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. What's your contribution on the ground reports this morning? You heard the two things. I don't believe that Trinidad and Tobago will, Venezuela will want to negotiate with Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I don't think so. I also don't think, I also believe that due to that move by the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the Americans giving in to Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Honorable Prime Minister, that we are looking powerful again in the region. It shows that America is listening to Trinidad and Tobago. I start to believe that we now resuming back our place in the Caribbean as Little America. What says thou to all of you? And besides that, if you have any other front burner to raise, you all go ahead and do that. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Ground Report. Andy?
Go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna.
All right, I'm telling you, Ground Report family. Andy, always remember the song by Andy. Bring down the power of love. And the love that this woman, the Prime Minister, has for this country. She not only batting for Trinidad and Tobago, but she batting for the whole of Caribbean. Who don't like her. Let me fool myself about it. Because you see me and Motley and all of them, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Holness is expressing the same view and support for the American presence and things. But nobody ain't putting pressure on Holness, the Jamaican Prime Minister. They ain't putting no pressure on him. Everybody is Kamala. Anthony Gonzalez, just want to talk about, he's both political scientist and this and that and whatnot. So can one get that notishness about why Trump and them don't intercept the vessels that with the drugs on it and things. So, rather than doing it the way how they do it, bombing up the boats and whatnot things. I want to tell Gonzalez and all these Scottish people, including Penelope Beckles and all of them who went up there like a stooge to the United Nations, looking there to do what? Try to embarrass the government, and she's hugging up to all this. The fact remains that you have to take the decisive action, because how much interception of drugs, boats that they have already, that they seize, and the trade's still going on. So the fact remains that America say, hey, for we to put a dent in this thing, we have to start licking up all you. So that nobody ain't going to take the risk of wanting to come out there and do it. And I support that. Don't seize no boat, blow them off the water. Because that been happening all the time. They seize the boat and it still continue to happen. But once they see that this thing is reached in that stage where you get blow up, nobody want to take the risk to go out there and eat. Now let me say this. The PNM government didn't have a clue what the hell is going on. Because I heard Henry Brown talking about Penelope Beckles more diplomatic, and she knows more diplomacy and thing and what of international affairs and come up with services. I don't know if Emery Brown and them have some kind of, I don't know what is their real agenda. Yeah? You feel them could come run this country? Look at the kind of thing you see happening in this 4 months' time. Now this government is in power. The kind of respect we're getting, the investments and all of that and whatnot. This is what these people come here to tarnish. Look at just when the parliament, they're debating the FACTA bill. We're so thing to that we've been blacklisted. We've been downgraded. All of that, the government calls that, this government. All of that is as a consequence of the P&M doing. And the country had no money, they didn't doing this and they didn't doing that, we being blacklisted. If they were to get, let me just assume, by God, I don't know, something, trick imagination, that they were to win the election, what would have happened to this situation in this country? They would have to go and borrow more money and take money out of the reserves that we have, the heritage and stabilization fund and what have you. Plus, they would have increased the borrowing thing. We don't know how much, $140-something billion. Our limit has gone exceeded borrowing and all this kind of thing, Andy. Look at the situation in this country. With this P&M government opening a hospital that's incomplete. Opening an airport that's incomplete. Look at what's happening in the Coast Guard there. And I am calling, the time has reached, have a thorough investigation because some of these, I want to believe this. I believe in this, Andy. That you see how all of a sudden, those boats that were seized in whether any illegal activities and whatnot and were stored down in Shagarama, how the hell that could disappear just like that, Andy? How? It had to have big people involved in that. And top honchos from the Coast Guard, right? And government officials, they pay them. For them thing to just disappear just like that. Money passing, Andy. And there ought to be a thorough investigation. Look at you see what's happening in prison. You see drones and all kind of thing, Look what's happening within the police service. And it's too much is happening under the P&M government. Look at what's happening. Look what's happening now at the food court helping by the port there. The breakfast, the shed then. Look at what happened with CPEP.
Breakfast shed.
Breakfast shed. CPEP and URP and all these things. The rampant corruption that was taking place under the P&M government. And nothing was being done. Look at again, Andy, and I'm drawing reference to things that the wholesale importers of food in this country, which is controlled by the 1%. Look what they're doing, people. I raised this concern about earlier in the year, or I think it was last year. You see where the pharmaceutical industry is concerned, the importers of the drugs in this country, who were killing me, the big honchos, the 1% who were getting only foreign exchange. You see now that it's, and I call for the small pharmacies and them, only form a body and approach the government. And I hear Kama Maharaj, the minister, responsible for that thing, saying that they're going to listen to the people, let them form a group of people, these pharmacies, small pharmacies, and do the importation of drugs and what have you in the country, than leaving it to these big company, Brighton, and these other companies who are ripping me off, Andy. Understand? And the fact remains is, who will suffer when they up the price, especially on pharmaceutical? It's the poor, the very poor people, the lower class income people, and these people in K1 hell, they're digging out the eye. So I am applauding this government for any action they could take to put a squeeze on these 1% people, the banking sector and all of them with these sort of surcharges and all these kind of things. And the time had to be different. And I am seeing that this government, led by the Honorable Kamala Pasabi, is taking a different role in terms of her approach to governance. And she don't care to hell others. Not that she don't care, but she don't care whether the CARICOM and them like her or whatnot. She is doing something. The people who elected her in Trinidad and Tobago, she is doing what she thinks is in the best interest of them. Because as I say, the CARICOM people, me and Motley and all of them from the other island and them, who criticizing her, but they're being affected by the drug trade too, Andy. because it created havoc in the country. You having a set of drug addicts, you having guns coming in, illegal immigrants, you having violence and all these kind of things. But everybody afraid to speak up because you know why? Everybody want to run to America. So they won't say nothing. But Kamala Persad-Bissessar is bold and brave to take these decisions because there is so much things. And I want to start seeing, Andy, that this commissioner police, you see, as I always tell all you, the DPP and then fellas that was PNMites, they
So
playing
true.
the game.
So
They
true.
playing the game, Andy, for too long. And you see they're being exposed by the courts now, you know, Andy. Not by the local politicians, by the courts.
Yeah, the courts.
Criticizing the DPP and them. Because there was so much in the Al-Rawi issue and all of them. Reginald Hammond, all of them. Keith Rowley, all of them fellas supposed to be in jail.
So true. Thanks so much, brother Tunapuna, for your contribution. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, go ahead, next caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where calling from and what's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning? But remember again, as I talk to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I said to you that it's a good thing, the Dragon Gas deal, but I don't think that the Venezuelan government, after coming down on Kamala Persad-Bissessar, they will want to deal with her. And the main thing in that is what it is, they say, that Venezuela must not be benefit major in this deal that open. I also feel proud of my country. I don't know if you all feel the same way, that we have regained our place of power, whereby America ain't talking to Jamaica, America ain't talking to Grenada, America is talking to Trinidad and Tobago again. And I feel like we are like the little Americas again in the Caribbean. Because America had a hard stand when it came into Venezuela jargon deal. And now, talking to the little lady and showing that little lady that respect, I feel like a patriot and I feel that we are powerful again. Go ahead, caller. Where calling from? What's your contribution in the Going Report this morning?
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, Kingsy, go ahead.
That's why the song and bubbling as I would say song good to go. You know that I asked for you some days ago on Lennox Smith show.
Not
You
everything.
tell me that you are doing well.
But what I would say is, not everything that glitter is gold. So I still have to take it light. I will be back on from Monday, but I still have to take it light.
Not everything guitar is good. Andy, I am proud to be proud. I'm so proud to be a Chimbegoan at this time. I think that our country is one of the hottest country in the Caribbean. I think that we are leading in front. I think that the Prime Minister is making some wonderful choice on the world stage. She are looking good. She looking expensive. She looking nice. She looking 16 years ago. She looking young, really young. I fully endorse that Dragon deal coming back under the leadership of Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And if Maduro he want to do business with me, it is on he. Because this will stop America from attacking him. You know. Kamala is the only person, not no Gonzalo or Motley. You know. Kamala is the only person could stop America from invading Venezuela. You know. Because I love her. Mark Rubio, the Secretary of State, my friend.
Wait, let me. Because I'm feeling like I'm more patriot. Lennox Smith, you hear what he say? This man said the number one country in the world, the most powerful country in the world, that our Prime Minister, our little country, have that power to make America don't invade Venezuela.
Yes.
Wait, Kingsley.
Yes.
Lennox Smith, do you feel like Kingsley? What's your thoughts on that, Lennox Smith?
Well, I think if I take some credit, like Kingsley was listening to me, because I said in my contribution that Venezuela will be benefiting from the fact that the possibility that the option or the speculation that they will be invaded would be offset or will be deterred by, of course, the initiative taken by Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the revisiting of that Dragon deal. Yeah, so well done, Kingsley. You're a man of my heart.
Yes, no, Andy, but Andy, as I asked the question the other day, the opposition hugging up people who are against our country. All these Caribbean leaders who are against our country, the opposition hugging them up. Is that treason? Is that treason to our country? And we have to know that because you've seen people attacking our country because they know that because the only thing powers and civilians have better than us is a more tourist attraction. But when you go on the shelf, is we snacks on the shelf, they buying we cement, they buying we sand, they buying we gravel. The Caribbean need us. And if the Caribbean believe that they're going to boycott us, you see the layman in Barbados, see the layman in St. Vincent, then go feel it. Because these are the powers in St. Vincent and Grenada and all these Caribbean countries. They're using our soft drink, our sunshine snacks, our concourse, our sand, our cement, our gravel, our pitch stick. These people, they're buying from us, from Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean. We could stand on our own asset over and over again with all the Caribbean. The Caribbean do not speak with Trinidad and Tobago. The CARICOM do not speak with Trinidad and Tobago. One person speaks with Trinidad and Tobago at this time. For the next 4 to 5 years, it's Kamala Prasad Bisasa. And they know we should praise that Motley is the sister of the Caribbean. Today, the Caribbean came back the crown and named Kamala Prasad Bisasa the Queen of the Caribbean. The Queen, everybody will want a prime minister like that. Everybody asking the question, the most influential leader, the most powerful leader today in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, in the next few months, in the next few years, you might see the world president coming in. You might see Trump coming to Trinidad and Tobago. You might see Trump visiting a small island of this country. Come and meet the Crown Prince. You know what is the Crown Prince? Ask Trump, the idea when Trump leave there, it's children's of dollars he leave from the Middle East with. The Crown Prince, you know what Prince? That is business, that is money. That is investment. And the thing is, Andy and Longsmith and listeners, everywhere camera go, we see it on camera. You can remember when the leave here to go on stage. We didn't know what train he driving on. We didn't know what car. I see the YPW, the New York police escorting our prime minister. The police escorting our prime minister. We saw it. We witnessed it. We feel proud enough. The lady make a speech, the most powerful speech ever any Caribbean leaders ever made in the UN Day. That was the days gone by, the most powerful speech. Saying Trinidad first. This is about common sense. This is about common sense. Making Trinidad healthy again. Making Trinidad rich again. Putting Trinidad first. I love Trump. Everybody know I love Trump. I want you on that road, Kamala, you're on the right road. Right, don't study nobody. I will defend you on that.
Right, but she don't study nobody. But before you go, yeah. Because we had to take some other calls. Rishi is saying, yes. Rishi Prasad is saying, Kingsley, time for you to start to cry now. So please cry before you go with that speech. At least make it.
Oh God, come back! You know, very good. I can't tell us no. But I mean, as a coach, I want to say this, Andy. Yesterday, over 800 generals from all over the world, from America, there's been in the sea, deep down the sea. They had to leave the sea and come to America. 800 generals, and Donald Trump and his Secretary of War, they read the attack for them. Get down, roll down. So we are focused.
Before I go to, first time in a long while I'm seeing this person here, Flux Islam. What all I want him to do is don't disrespect nobody, stay cool, right? Because when I'm back, I'm going to ban people that is being disrespectful. People just make all the contribution. Flux Islam is saying, so wait, Kamala want to do business with a narco dealer now? Well, narco dealer? Remember, he's deemed a narco dealer. Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying if all of a sudden now Kamala Prasad Bisasa want to do business with a narco dealer. Ravi and Nanan is saying if the gas fields are in Venezuela,
he is a foolish
how
person.
can Maduro, how can Rubio or Trump finalize a deal? Listen, right? Because again, the fields is in Venezuela and in Trinidad border. It's on the border of Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. But the smaller portion is in Trinidad and Tobago, right? So it had to be across border something where it's an overall deal. So then also that only of you and all the listening say might be able to put in your 2 cents. Ravi Nanan is saying, because I realize he's against the government, he's coming with very objective thing though. Very objective thing, but applying a pressure. And Kingsley, I agree with you that Penny should be hung for treason. Because yeah, for treason. Because she only hogging up all the people that love Maduro.
Against me.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's treasonous.
Is that message? Listen, and there's that message. Listen for the Prime Minister and this country, you know.
But what they want to doing?
That these people want to overtake you.
Here what they're doing. When we was in opposition, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, the Honorable Prime Minister, they bullied her. Now then, when she was in opposition, now she in government, they don't have the forum to be able to bully her in government here. So first the PNM and thereby Penny is in worth a cent. That is why Penny in worth a cent. Now she's in government, they are using, because they can't bully she in Trinidad and Tobago, so they're using the same nasty, Lennox Smith listening, bullying tactics outside of Trinidad and Tobago, but joining with Rowley and them partners and them out there to try to embarrass Trinidad and Tobago or to try to embarrass Kamala Prasad Bisesa again. Right? Now let me go to Nanan again. Lennox Smith, listen to this. Ravi Nanan. He's saying, and this is a very good question, although it's across border, although we have part, but the smaller part on our side. If the gas fields are in Venezuela, how can Rubio or Trump finalize a deal? Or let's be real, that dragon deal on hold. Quick, Kingsley, before I hang up, let me get Lennox Smith. What's your thoughts on that?
Yes. Rowley was doing business with Nicolas Maduro under Joe Biden. So what is it different? Nicolas Maduro will be happy that Trump and them is coming to the table to discuss business. He'll be happy. He will be happy, and as Lennox Smith say, it will benefit. But let me see how that goes. In the next 5 days, we wait to hear the Prime Minister. I'm coming this evening and hear the press conference and hear what is really going on with that Jack deal. I hear Mudula on the interview this morning praising the Prime Minister, saying the only person can get that deal on the right table because it is on the right table. It's Kamala Prasad Bisesa. I thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Get your lights and thing back on, Lennox Smith. You're real dazzling. Yeah, we need some lights on that, man. You're dazzling, and I have to go in a little bit. And I can't leave you dazzling, so. Like you shoulder them like, hands bite like rolling. Like, I feel as he 13 of them in the opposition. They, in parliament, I tell you how dread is, They're nasty, they're dirty. Zid, yeah, you clean it up, man. Clean it up. Oh boy, get them dazzling out. Zed, Ojer, say Maduro will be out. Okay, so they say, after that deal sign up and thing, after that is when Venezuela, Trump go run in and take out Maduro. The deal done strike, so whoever come in, want to continue the deal with Trinidad and Tobago. That is one person say that. Right, the next person here, Hafiz Adi Mohammed is saying, Kingsley the Stock Bull. Oh my God. All their tongues holding back. The Pitbull not too well, Oh boy, only poor Kingsley. Yeah, you have to fix yourself, Lennox. Fix yourself a little bit. Let me just sting there till you hard to get yourself clear up. Oh boy. That light, focus that light. I don't know what's going on there with you. All three, who again? Abigail is saying Maduro will be removed. Either or, right? They say, she say Fox. Fox is saying that. Audrey Dale is saying our Prime Minister's speech was fearless. Think about that. Congratulations. Yeah, she had a very good speech. Harper, good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning to you, no reach. Dendial Ramdas, Miss Arima. Well, I am not seeing her. Let's continue. Let me hear what's your contributions. I hope we're making some good ones. Let's check. Mr. Tabakit, call this number. Call all who had a call. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mr. Tabakit, call. Nice. Everybody want to have a say. All the lines are open, remember that. Hoodie is saying, well, Hoodie always like that with us. It's only nonsense I'm hearing on this ground report show this morning. Why is it nonsense you're hearing? People are congratulating the Prime Minister. People are saying, well, the ground gas deal are back on. People are saying that most likely Maduro may not want to go into negotiations. People are saying that, yeah, Maduro may go into negotiations because Kamala may have a say in if it is America will launch an attack on them. But also, let's be real. People are also saying that Trinidad and Tobago is now being recognized as little America again, that we are looking very, very, very powerful again, that the rest of the Caribbean now, all America only talking to right now is Trinidad and Tobago and Kamala Prasad Bisesa. And that if this lady could get a deal like that where America stand firm with Rowley them, they want no part of the jargon. And Kamala could get the Americans to open back that. It shows force. It shows that we are again starting to be great again. And I feel proud as a Trinbagonian. Caller, go ahead. Good morning. What's your contribution in the ground report this morning?
A pleasant morning to the ground report. Good morning to Andy Williams. Glad to hear you back. Lennox Smith. And to Mickie K. This is one clarion caller, Mr. Tabakik. Andy and Lennox, you with me?
Yes, we are with you. Loud and clear.
Thank you. Now, I still wait until the Honorable Prime Minister comes back. And after the Honorable Prime Minister would have given her 2 cents in regards to the energy sector and the dragon gas deal, I will then shape and coin my opinion. Now, nothing wrong to get perspective and how people think and what should happen. I think what is happening here is international diplomacy. And Andy, you are correct. We must give credit and credence to the Honorable Prime Minister for going there and negotiate to get that deal back on the table. Now, you all will be familiar, Lennox and yourself, there is a term they call the non-disclosure agreement in the energy sector. And people have to understand this. When we talk energy sector in regards to non-disclosure, there is certain things where the Honorable Prime Minister and the Energy Minister will not be able to bring forward to the citizenry. And people got to understand that. Let me repeat that. And I ask people to fact check me on what I'm saying here. When it comes to the energy sector, there is certain things will never be discussed to John public, that non-disclosure agreement. I am saying hats off, and for one of the things we have to be mindful, Andy Williams, even though there might be indifferences with Venezuela and America, do not forget there is still major oil and gas company is in Venezuela, America. So while we will have that on the backdrop, this is where international diplomacy comes in. So I would want to say I don't want to say much. I do not want to talk out of turn. After the Honorable Prime Minister comes in and she really opened up to the citizenry and she said, this is where we go, of course. But anything I say right now, I'll be bordering on speculation. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Mickie K, good program. Tabak it out and out.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let me take some voice notes now. But meanwhile, don't forget to send your voice notes to the regular number, WhatsApp number, 366-3053. Just voice notes alone to that number. If I have to leave here, I will leave here by 8:30. Right, I'll be back up and running from next week, Monday, please God. I have to obey doctor's orders. I'm supposed to be taking rest. Right now, I'm talking here and my chest rattling. Yes. So, earlier, Lennox, get yourself back up and running. We need to see you in a little bit. I have to leave within the next 9 minutes or so. Right, director. And for those of you that want to call WhatsApp, let me give you the WhatsApp number to call WhatsApp. Not the voice note number, not the number that you're calling the regular WhatsApp. To call. To call, you have your regular landlines, 225-6644 or 239-5120. Right? WhatsApp voice notes, you can leave it at 366-3053. But if you want to make a WhatsApp call, you will call 326-4450. That's the director line. 326-4450 if you want to make a WhatsApp call. Keep your favorite program bubbling. Keep your favorite program going. Keep the issues that are burning alive. By mid-month, this month, we should have good things to tell you. Go ahead, director. Run those voice notes.
Good morning, Andy. Nice to hear you, my friend. Congratulations to the people of TNT and the UNC government on getting back their license yesterday. After careful deliberations, I had no choice. In the matter, Prime Minister Kamla represented TNT very well in our discussions, so I had no choice but to return the Dragon license to TNT. I want to warn this PNM agent that goes by the name of Miss Arima put a sock in your mouth, lady. All the time you were against the PNM government, but now you're for them. You're a shameless person, Miss Arima. So drive in your own lane. Okay, Miss PNM Arima.
Trader Donald Trump send back that message clear now, man. All that message sounding like it at PNM about 13 PNM Zazabels, Zajubats, Sukunyas. And that phone there so. Trader Donald Trump send back that message properly now, partner. The PNM blights have infiltrated Trader Donald Trump. There's a rabies. Get that rabies out. Nice. Do the last time and put back on a color on yourself there. And we go to go. Remember where they do and you just get yourself back instead of white looking. You get yourself a little color, you're good to go. But if that's the best you can get, you could hold that for now, eh? Ah, boy. Hold that for now. And when we done the program, fix that now. Put it in place. So tomorrow you'll have it up and running and looking good. But I can't understand this, you know. How for corridor transformation? You know they're going to say, I ain't well, and I come back here with that kind of attitude and how I'm attacking you. But how for corridor transformation? You looking clean. Your thing working good. Ground report, there's all kind of blight, kind of bacchanal, kind of PNM infiltrate the program, bacchanal thing, just so. But I can't understand this at all. What is that? All right, give me your next voice. Nobody time Lennox Smith clean up that day, director. How that voice note low so? Raise the volume on that voice note.
Part of the conversation because I'm now hearing this fella from this fella at the end of this conversation and I hear some of the things that being
Nah, that voice note too light, man. Try next voice note. I can understand that.
Williams, Lennox, the ground report. This morning, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Sessa on a.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Andy, speedy recovery. I get better. Yeah, jump out in the jog and going back and play. Andy, you just miss.
Play that voice note again. Play that voice note again, Vera.
Andy.
Play that same voice note again.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Andy, speedy recovery. I get better. Yeah, jump out in the jog and going back and play. Andy, you just miss. Today the 1st October, yeah? Just now it's budget. Andy.
Boy, welcome back, man. We're glad to actually hear your voice, man. Oh, what a good feeling this morning at my work. I could hear you. Andy, on my burner is the Bedford Shed. I think they should not cover that, close it down, let PNM pay the bills because the parade, the money they spend, they can pay the bills and get new people, under new management. Get rid of all of them foreigners who run in that Bedford Shed because they cannot speak English and they're not paying the bill. So the UNC should not, the government should not cover that. Let them come up with the money. New people, and make sure they inspect the place every month. Because I heard that place was a dump. Anyhow, I want the PM in the United Nations and the statement she made. What a beautiful, great speech. And Penny, you're taking over Marshall Place, so back on the woman all over she go. So you use a Marshall New Mako partner, you Mako the woman anywhere she go, and the dress. And Akash should have asked you how much it costs already the price of the underwear also. They asked about the dress, they asked about the underwear they brought. You fool Akash. Then you know what? You guys are wasting time reporting on CNCC should be shut down. Because you know Akash, for reporter you're dumb bell. You need to learn to do journalism because you ask a stupid question. And Prime Minister, the Honorable Cardinal, what a good job. Well done, well done, well done in America. Well done. I give you an A++. PNM -20. You suck. Later on, glad to hear you. And that's how I do it.
Next voice note, play the director. Play the next voice note there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Good morning to the Kerr report, the Magnificent Tree. Well, it's good to hear you all back on the air again because I was a bit worried about that.
Good morning, Andy. Be careful, Mr. Tabakit. He's a PNM under, you know. Just like this Papayan man, Alan Ferguson. Them is PNM under low. Them is just opportunists, you know, to use your program.
Wait, play back that one there for me. Tabakit is a good man.
Good morning, Andy. Be careful, Mr. Tabakit. He's a PNM under, you know. He's just like this Papayan man, Alan Ferguson. Them is PNM under low. Them is just opportunists, you know, to use your program.
To the Magnificent Tree, Andy, I'm glad you are back. Also, Mr. Lennox, praise God that whatever sickness is always there to be curable. And let me put God in front and we stay behind, as the Prime Minister said. Now, the issue I want to just touch a little bit on is that good morning to the Magnificent Tree. Andy, I'm glad you are back. Also, Mr. Lennox, praise God that whatever sickness is always there to be curable. And let me put God in front and we stay behind, as the Prime Minister say. Now, the issue I want to just touch a little bit on is that people really have to understand how this system moves. There is a double side on the American to the very. Good morning to the Magnificent Tree. Andy, I'm glad you are back. Also, Mr. Lennox, praise God that whatever sickness is always there to be curable. And let me put God in front and we stay behind. As
But director Bounty here in that same man. Like PNM comment this director phone too, boy. Them 13 blight like they interfere. I can't understand this at all. I hear the man good morning to the Magnificent Tree. I hear the man again good morning Magnificent Tree. I hear the man again good morning the Magnificent Tree. But how much Magnificent Tree? That is Magnificent 12. That is 3 and 3 6 and 3 9 and 3 12 Magnificent Tree and not 1 tree alone. That director, like I feel like Tagba Keaton. I feel the director is a PNM under law because I can't understand this at all.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Wait, like you want to continue like that, boy? Let me take this call, but you're looking real. How you looking like you see through, so?
Yeah, really, yeah, all kind of thing. I tried my best, but I'll get it organized because really the main camera is fixing, and I have a secondary camera, but it doesn't seem to do what it was supposed to do. So I'll have to collect. So tomorrow we should have a better, let's say.
Please, let me have a better thing tomorrow. Now.
But visual, yeah. But I mean, today it was it has been a challenge, but I suppose we are committed, and that is why we are here still.
Yes. Quarter, go ahead. Lennox are playing here across there. Want to work with that Trinidad and Tobago. Excuse us until tomorrow, please, God, based on Lennox Smith, how he's looking there. Or to keep the program bubbling. Don't forget we are closing off in the next 26 minutes at 9 o'clock. We are closing off. Director will take control or to make all the calls. The lamb line are open. You all know the lamb line numbers 225. It's right on the screen 6644 225 6644 or 239-5120 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp voice note. Send a WhatsApp voice note to the regular number. But if you want to make a WhatsApp call to make a contribution, please make the WhatsApp call or a direct call to 326-4450. That is 326-4450. Go ahead, caller. A pleasant good morning to you. What's your contribution on the number one program, The Ground Report, this morning?
A pleasant good morning, Andy. Welcome back. Mr. Lennox, Mickie, Director, and all on the live stream. Big shout out to Mother Bernie, Miss Anna, Miss Woodbrook, Miss Shogonas, Mr. Barpo, and Mr. Tunapuna. My contribution this morning is to say how proud I am of my Prime Minister and her team on their achievement. Yesterday, with the announcement of obtaining an OFAC license to do business once again. Our Prime Minister's meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who pledges support for Trinidad and Tobago's government drug and gas deal. This agreement stipulates that Venezuela will not benefit, ensuring that the gains flow directly to our citizens. This accomplishment reflects the confidence and respect that our Prime Minister continues to build on the international stage. And let me repeat, our Prime Minister, and together with our Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Senator Satya Maraj, that we are open for business. Thank you, gentlemen, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Anne Brown. Mr. Balpo, call the number 326-4450 to get in Mr. Balpo. Right? And we all send all the WhatsApp to the normal WhatsApp number, WhatsApp voice notes only. Right? Because I have to leave, I have to go doctor now. Right? I have to leave, I have to go doctor now.
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
Lennox
yeah,
Smith,
we
you could go
want to
ahead
make sure
by
that you
the
do not
time
miss
it
your
have no
appointment.
calls, and director will receive. When I get the WhatsApp, I will forward all the WhatsApp and them to the director. But if anybody want to make a talk contribution, they'll have to call or make a WhatsApp call to 326-4450. That's 4450, right? So you all I'll be back fully from Monday morning, please God. Next week, Monday morning, please God. I have to listen to doctor's orders. I have to organize and finish off this 2 weeks rest. I'm really pushing myself at this point in time. Because when I talk from my belly, come out. And it kind of hurts. Right? So Lennox Smith, you go ahead, my brother.
Yes, indeed. But I want to thank you, my friend, in spite of your challenge. And I think that once again demonstrates a level of commitment, dedication, nationalistic heroism, if you want to call it that, as well as patriotism. And of course, kudos to you for, of course, taking the position that you have this morning. Of course, that too meant that he took me out of hot waters as well, because here it is that my system is doing all kinds of unusual things. And I'm glad that he braved and challenged the challenges that he would have had in order to be with us. That being as it may, of course, the lines are open. We continue, of course, to take your calls right up until 9 o'clock. Our director is in studio, so he will assist me with respect to the numbers as well as the voicemails that may well come into you, may well come from you and into his system in order to share it with you. We'll do that as time permits and as regularly as possible once your voicemails are there. But don't forget the number to call. And you can, of course, the WhatsApp number for those persons who prefer that direction, 326-4450, 326-4450, 326-4450. And of course, the regular numbers that you will have on screen, the 225-6644, 225-6644, and 239-5120. 239-5120. My apology, of course, for the video, but I am optimistic that it will be remedied by tomorrow, and in preparation for tonight on the corridor transformation. So look forward to that as well. So the lines are open, and as I said, just to respond, we have a call. You have a call, director?
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, yes. Just to respond to a couple of issues that were raised, and I was invited to comment upon by Andy whilst he was at the mic, so to speak. I want to say that there are several points that we should take away. One, that the question of Venezuela not being a beneficiary in the way that would have been described as far as the OFAC license is concerned, provided by the United States, is not new. That has been so in the previous administration. What is new, however, is the fact that the United States have in place in Trinidad, or put another way, we in Trinidad have changed government, and therefore the United States feel much more comforted and comfortable with the present government that will live up to the letters or the tenets of the agreement. That is clear. That is a given. That is fundamental. So let us not waste time with that. So they are prepared to work with the present administration because of the overtures that came from Port of Spain or from the Prime Minister in particular, both here in Trinidad and at the United Nations. And therefore, meeting with Mark Rubio would have been a matter of course, simply because the Americans have now found in Trinidad and Tobago an ally that they can trust. the Rowley and Young administration clearly they have seen was not trustworthy, and as a consequence of that, they withdrew the benefits to be derived for Trinidad and Tobago, inclusive of such a OFAC license. Let's not waste time. That is what transpired there. And now, since they are willing to revisit the initiative, it means therefore Trinidad and Tobago's interest, because the whole idea, ostensibly by even the PNM, Rowley, Short-Young administration, was to benefit Trinidad and Tobago, but to doing it in a manner that was not just not trustworthy as far as the Americans are concerned, but that there were other variables, other factors that would have caused the Americans to take that position. Those who are saying now simply that they want to deal with a narcotic regime, I think they have lost the essence of it. The Americans have never said they didn't want to deal with the Venezuelans. What they don't want to deal with is the fact that you have a dictator in Venezuela who said that he will have free and fair elections. It didn't happen. We have a fella in Venezuela who is on indictment with a bounty of $50 million, the highest ever proposed for any fugitive of American justice in the history of the Americans. Those are pellucid facts. And of course, whilst the Americans may have been hesitant to engage in military action to force change, they went and they still negotiated with the Maduro, the administration in Venezuela, because they had to accept the fact that there's a section of the military that is still controlled by Maduro and his team. So you have that being weighed against a situation where everything was turned around since the 28th of April with the advent of the new administration, saying the right things that the Americans would have always liked to hear, so that they could feel much more comfortable in treated with Trinidad and Tobago and ostensibly across the board. What is the common denominator? The common denominator is that the dragon gas was supposed to resurface, revive Trinidad and Tobago's economy, whether it be the PNM administration, whether it be, of course, the current administration. Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the UNC would have understood that. So to punch what I consider to be frivolous holes in the argument does not alter the price of cocoa in this particular instance. The fact is that the dragon gas issue is one where it would augment and support not just the economy, but our dwindling gas supply that has created, of course, a situation of fiscal issues in Trinidad and Tobago. The oil and gas or the energy industry, whether oil and gas and petrochemical, will continue to provide 80% of the foreign exchange in this country. And while, of course, incrementally and slowly, the non-oil sector, also some of which are export-oriented, cannot bridge the gap, cannot fulfill that which Trinidad and Tobago requires to sustain itself, whether it is to pay the extra 10% that was negotiated. I shouldn't say extra, but the 10% wage increase for public servants, whether it be meeting, of course, our day-to-day developmental issues, the maintenance of our roads, the clearing of our drains, the creation of what I consider to be make work programs such as URP, CPEP, etc., all of which are important. And most important, of course, to settle the whole question of our burgeoning crime and criminality, gang warfare, borderline issues that is a reality of modern Trinidad and Tobago. But you need the resources. So to suggest that there's something wrong or something hypocritical in the deal that is being fleshed out at this point in time in the United States with, of course, the American administration, the Trump administration, is simply, I consider it to be unpatriotic without factoring those elements. We should have had the Dragon deal up and running already. But it doesn't mean that the regime in Venezuela, still the Maduro regime, will live up to the conditions of the OFAC license. But I'll tell you, a powerful indicator, a powerful motivator of they living up to the agreement, whether they are getting, even though they are not getting any monetary benefits from the deal, as stated by the Americans, and will be, of course, honored by Trinidad and Tobago, is the fact that military assets are on their doorsteps. And the idea of regime change forcibly must be in a factor weighing heavily in their accepting. Notice, and I want those persons who claim to they are insiders as far as Venezuelan news is concerned. They must tell us whether or what is the response of the Venezuelans to that news. Notice that already in response to Kamala Persad-Bissessa's defense overture or oration, when she said that if Venezuela attacks Guyana, she will allow the Americans to have a base here. They was quick to respond. Notice now that there's a different scenario. They believing that somehow, believing that the Americans are here to invade with all their assets right on their doorstep. They have not, from all the news that I have looked at so far, they have not made a response or made a comment on that, a situation that is developing. Does it mean does that silence mean that they have accepted the situation? Or on the other hand, can one interpret that they have not accepted it? Or on the other hand, is it that they are prepared, of course, to now negotiate because it provides an opportunity to have better relations, at least from oration perspective, from the very belligerent talk, the warlike talk? Is it that they are going to sit down now and talk? Well, I want to tell you, and I maintain that if I was Maduro, I would have done so, because the alternative to that is I being forcibly removed. The possibility I'm talking about, right? Even though the Americans are saying the pretext for them deploying all of that asset in the southern Caribbean, close to Venezuela, is of course the dismantling of the drug cartels that are operating, one of which is associated, according to the Americans, with Maduro himself. What do you call it? The Suns cartel? Yes, that one. So let's see how things manifest. Let's see how it unfolds. And as a caller rightly said, that by that one move, the regime in Venezuela would have had a new lease on life. but they will now have a partner that will stick to the OFAC agreement and will not quiver and wave, as we have seen with the Rowley and Stuart Young PNM administrations. Yeah, that is the reality of our situation. We have a call, as I said, and any calls. If not, of course, if you have some voicemail, if you can play that. We just have about nine more minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
You go ahead and cut here. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. All right. So the lines are open, people. The lines are open. As I said, you have a golden opportunity. I see that you took you took some of you, of course, took the opportunity to either put in your voicemails or go on the line directly in order to communicate with us. Well, you have another opportunity of Andy not being there and I be an opportunity to silence me by making your calls. And if you don't make your calls, I have to, of course, interact. I have to comment. I don't believe that my commentary is so potent, so powerful, that people feel that I have said all what they would have want to say and therefore not participate or not call. We have too much intelligent people across the board on this program, connected thereto, to see me as one that needs not to be challenged, or indeed believe that there is no need for you to make your intervention. And as I always say on the corridor and elsewhere, green verb, brown verb, yellow verb, it doesn't matter. Once, of course, we can understand each other, and that is the function of language. And only human beings have that, so that we can communicate. Yes, we have what? Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, morning. Good morning, Lennox, and everybody in the chat. Kerr, how you doing? Hello?
Continue, caller.
Hello? I'll continue. Yeah, well, one of my contribution today, you asked a question about the dragon deal. I think it's a good idea. And they have to do all the negotiation and everything else. And continue with it. And see, when Ronnie was there, they were doing things underhand, and they were doing things the other way, that in a secret kind of way. There's no what's going on. So apparently they was benefiting from it, not the country. They was all for themselves. So this thing's a good idea, and I think it's the country should go for it, and I wish you all the best. All right then.
I want to thank Andy once again for saving grace, so to speak, because I had to reboot and do a number of things in studio here. He being in the main studio was able, of course, to make the necessary intervention in spite of his recuperation agenda, flouting, of course, the request of his doctors. But let's hope that it has no serious repercussions, no permanent repercussions that are negative. Let's hope that much we can hope for and pray. All right, so we have come to the end of the program. Director, you can take us out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lennox Smith.